In this video, we will look at index pages. Index pages are pages that reside in the root of a domain. Also, it can reside in the root of a subdomain um, and also a category and subcategory. So today we will look at um, index pages and how they can be created and edited. Index pages that are in the root and also in the subdomain root, like here in here, like interceptor.2cyclemotoral.com. Here is an index page right here, and also creating index pages for these categories and subcategories. So when the website is created, when a domain is added into the system, the administrator creates an index page by default, and you will see that the moment you log into your system, you will see a uh, default index page created for the uh, domain root, and we can see that right here. This page was created automatically when the domain was set up by the administrator. So I can go ahead and edit this index page like that, and I can make my changes. And I'll in another video I'll explain more about how HTML works, how you can modify and even edit images. In this video, we will go ahead and um, look at more index pages and how to create more index pages. So in the first video, we created some subdomains, like for example, saber.2cyclemotoral.com. For this subdomain, I did not create an index page, and therefore this subdomain will not work unless an index page is created. So let's look at creating a index page manually for this subdomain. So we will go ahead and click on Articles Manager because the subdomain is already created. So we'll create a new index page for the subdomain saber.2cyclemotoral.com. So I'll select this domain as saber.2cyclemotoral.com, and category is going to be the root category, and URL. This is the interesting part. When we create a page, we define the page name. And last in the last video we saw a page name for fuel stabilizer, fuel treatment. Because in here we are going to create an index page, we will just call this page as an index page. And this index word index will not show up in the URL form. It is just just telling the system at the back end that we are creating index page, not a page with a URL in it, not a real URL page, but an index page. So we'll just mark it as index here, and we will create a page title, Saber 2 cycle oil, and we'll create a new article. And that's it. Right here we have a new index page created. As you can see, it does not call it as an index here. It just puts a forward slash because it's an index page that we've created. And this works a little bit differently than the regular page that we created in the last video. And we can now go ahead and click on edit, and a blank page appears, and we can start editing and adding content to it. And now let's look at creating an index page for a category and subcategory. In the previous video, we created a category called small engines, and then a subcategory called winter storage, and then we also created an article called fuel treatment. So let's just take a look at it, look at that page, and here it is. This is the page that we created in the previous video. And as I can see here, I can see my article right here. And in the internal browser, if I just take out this page name, this is the page that we created, fuel treatment for storage. We just take out that and we will look at the index page for this subcategory. So as I mentioned to you before, index page um, applies for root of a domain, a root of a category, and a root of a subcategory. So we'll take out the page that we created and we'll go to the root of that subcategory called winter storage, and we'll see what we see. So right now it says sorry, requested page not found. The reason that the system is not producing an index page for this subcategory is because it does not see any article. It does not see any pages in this subcategory for it to populate an index page. The reason is that we have not yet published this post. This article that we are editing right now is not yet been published. So if I go ahead and click on, go to the settings and click on go live, if I publish this article, so now this subcategory should have something. So I can refresh it. I can just click on go again one more time, and I can see now it is showing me one article in here. So it's having a nice header which has the name of the subcategory, and in that subcategory it is showing me an article. If I click on this article, it will take me to that article page right there. So the system has the ability to create an index page when it doesn't see a custom index page. The index page that it will create will consist a listing of all the articles that has been already created in that subcategory or category. But if we want to customize, have more control over index pages, we can go ahead and create a index page for this subcategory. So to do that, we'll go to the articles manager and we'll click on the upload button here to upload a new index page, and we will select the, as we're working on this uh, www.twocyclemotorol.com, we'll select that, and we will select the winter storage subcategory, and then I can create a index page, and we'll call this again winter storage and create. Now as you can see here, we have another article here and doesn't call it as index, even though we've used index as for the URL. It is just the root of this subcategory, and now we can go ahead and edit this. So as you can see, now it shows a blank page here for the index. Now the index no longer lists all the articles in the subcategory, but it now reverts to a custom page. Now here, if we, whatever we add here, the content that we create here, we can manually create an index page to make it more beautiful. So we can create a slideshow. We can have all the links in a different ways. We can put videos. The default index page for a subcategory will just have a basic listing of all the articles in that subcategory or category, but with a custom index page we are able to put a fancy index page. So we can also delete the index page if you're not satisfied. If you want to just go with the basic index page, and it'll, that can delete that right there. And then if I click here, it will go back to the system generated index page. And that's it to the index pages. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I can answer more in detail. Thank you.